Let's go. All right, not sure how I can hear me, but we're gonna take this down. I brought my food stuff ready over here. It's my food bag I had hanging up last night. First sack, maybe 2XL. Bigger than I need for this 3 days, but I have a bigger section coming up. Like when I resupply in Saskatchewan River Crossing. So my snacks for the day. Lunch. So I already ate breakfast, which was Helpin' Fuels chocolate strawberry granola breakfast, which is pretty good. But what I typically do with the snacks is I'll have, this is my spoon. So I typically run polished bowl, like long-handled titanium spoon, and I forgot it in Section A and had to stop in Waterton's store there. I can't remember the name of it at the top of my head, and just buy a spoon. And I was like, so I bought this like GSI, whatever, generic $1.50 spoon. And it's actually really light, and I actually quite liked it, and it cleans up quite nice. So I actually haven't taken the titanium spoon yet, and I've been rocking this spoon just because it is lighter as well. So I figured, hey, you know, it's a little short for some of the peak refuel stuff, but it's just long enough that I can use this little like notch on the end, and I can maneuver the spoon pretty good. So I'm actually decently impressed. Now for this. This is where, oh yeah, my cap broke on this bottle yesterday, so that was fun. I think I have a spare though. I'll take a look in a minute. But essentially, this pocket here, the right-hand hip belt pocket, is where I'll put all my snacks. And inside my snacks here, like I have, today I have trail mix. Sometimes there'll be other nuts. One Welch's pack, Stinger gels or energy chews. Kirkland, like nut bar thing, Costco, RX bar. Sometimes this will be a NAC bar instead of an RX bar. Pro Bar Bolt energy chews. I like the energy chews. These are definitely heavy and not ideal, but I like to eat them, and I eat them every day when I have them, so the weight disappears, right? For the quick, it's like generic granola bar. Fruit source bar, and then my vitamins and emergency C vitamin C packet. I take one of those every day, and then 3 different flavors of the BioSteel electrolytes, and I'll take those throughout the day in my water, and that'll typically get zipped up in there. Lunch today is a Whole Berry Blast Pro Bar. That I'll just typically put up here until I kind of want to eat it. Sometimes I'll put it in the hip belt pocket if I feel like it. And then snack bag is the garbage bag for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna put in. I had my greens in here, so I put in like Costco greens and then some other greens. I'll put the name up on the screen, and then collagen as well in my little morning mix, and then. Essentially, just kind of putting all the garbage will go in here for the day in this snack bag. Makes it easy to get rid of. Where like the little tab comes off, oxygen absorber. So that'll be all for garbage right now. Obviously, this will I'll put my supper garbage bag in here. Okay. Some electrolytes. And then in my pot, this is where I do all my everything into the pot. Mix my powders, where I can boil the water for my food. Just a Tokes 550 ml titanium pot. And then everything will just kind of drop in there. So fuel canister drops in, stove. I'm going to do like a full gear list video at some point. The lighter fell into my bag here. Typically I will keep a lighter yeah, in there. And then there's typically an elastic band on that. Trying to get the stove to fit sometimes is always fun. And I'll just put the elastic band around that. And then that'll go inside one of those top side pockets on the bag. Garbage or input. So let's check. I think I have a spare water bottle cap somewhere. This is like my little repair medical. It's and a few different things. I'll do a separate video on that. Too much detail. Go into probably in my. So within this, I keep this in the upper pocket. It just has some cordage, some zip ties in it, and my spare water bottle cap. Kind of an odd place for it, but this was kind of dubbed my repair kit, and then it's kind of where you put spare water bottle caps, I guess. That's where it ended up. So I will replace that. Hopefully that one doesn't break. Thankfully it's the flip one too. So this I'll actually just put in my garbage bag. That's garbage. And the garbage, of course, will go here. Nope, pot in there, pot somewhere else. Nice and light. And this is my vitamins bag. It has toothbrush, vitamins and stuff, and all that in it. Which won't get into the details of that right now. Okay, and then we're gonna take the tent down. So spray, water. Okay, so first things first. I grab my bag. And I'm gonna, nothing inside. Sometimes I'll throw things in the bottom. And I'll grab my nylon flume liner here. I'll put it in there. And then first thing that I stuff in is my quilt. So just grab it from the bottom. Just kind of start, hopefully it seems like it's dried out decently well. Kind of shove it in there. It's a little damp. Okay. And then kind of push it down. Try to fill in all those bottom crevices of the backpack. That's kind of the goal. Okay, and then I've already deflated and rolled up my sleeping pad, so that goes in next. Already deflated my pillow. After that, we're gonna go with just any clean clothes, so my base layers to sleep in, so semi-clean. Socks to sleep in. I have clean extra socks here, go inside. Pad straps will go in there. My little thin Arc'teryx gloves. Toque that I sleep in. And my insulated layers, so my fleece layer, and then my puffy jacket. And once I get these all in here, that's all of it. So these all go in this nylon dry bag, and then I push, compact all these in there, fill up all the space. And once I do that, then I'll push on this. All the air out as much as I possibly can. And I'll twist it up and then shove that down the front there. Now that's all that'll keep it dry because I don't run a rain pack cover. So next thing that typically goes in, food bag. is kind of interesting to pack now because it's so small. And then I have my electronics stuff here. It's just one of my bags. I'm just gonna charge that for a bit. But typically I have my electronics bag, all my cords and all that stuff will go in there. AirPods in there. And that'll just kind of go wherever she fits. Yeah, after that it's just kind of start fitting things. Cream, foot cloth. Oh yeah, the GABA. So I've been taking GABA at night, and I actually typically keep that in the electronics bag because electronics bag always ends up inside my tent. So whereas my vitamin bag usually ends up in the bear bag for the night. So first aid kit, 2 knee sleeves which I'm gonna put on. Some KT tape that I did not properly pack. I've thrown it in the tent. It's actually going to go in my first aid kit. Blue coat tape. I've almost gone through a roll of this stuff in this strip. It's kind of crazy. There's a little garbage that I'll put in my garbage bag. A mask. In case the smoke gets bad, which thankfully it hasn't been, but it was so bad on Section C for like a day. You see my Outdoor Vitals thin pad. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and this cloth I use to get the moisture off in the morning. I'm just kind of trying to dry that in the sun before we take this thing down. So the next step would be to essentially take the poles out of the tent, and we'll show that. So also still need to filter some water, so I might do that first. Let the sun soak up, or tent soak up a little bit more sun before then. So